Google just turned its image model into a 4K design machine and quietly plugged it into ads, slides, Gmail, basically every boring but important tool your clients already use. It's called Nano Pro and it's built on Gemini 3 Pro. So this is not really a fun toy anymore. It's quickly going to become the default corporate image generator. Google calls this their new image generation and editing model. So that combines Gemini 3's reasoning plus web knowledge with a studio level image engine. To keep it simple, it doesn't just generate pretty pictures anymore. It's really designed to do useful things like number one, turning data and text into actual infographics. It cleans up hand sketches and wireframes into actual app layouts. It also generates storyboards and shot lists, and it does all of that with real readable text in the image in multiple languages. From Google's own examples, you can ask it to make infographics about a specific plant with origin, care tips, and growth patterns, and it will pull real-world info via search and turn that into an actual visual. You can then also tell it to visualize a recipe step by step or turn current like weather or sports data into a pop art style chart, for example. It's not just about beautiful images, it's been designed to do useful visualizations. There's a couple new things compared to the first version of Nano, and the biggest one is text that doesn't look like random bullshit. It even supports multiple languages and can translate text on the image itself. So for example, you could take an image and translate it from English to Korean on a packaging design without actually breaking the layout. So let me just answer this right now. Yes, this will create social posts and ad mockups and infographics that look good enough for clients to ask, why wouldn't we just use this right now? The second new thing is composition and character consistency. So you can now combine up to 14 different images into a single scene. And it can keep up to 5 people consistent across that composite. So same face, same outfit, different angles and distances. Number 3, and this is a big one, studio style control. So once an image exists, you can now select any region and edit only that part. You can change camera angles, focus, depth of field while keeping characters consistent. You can also switch a scene from day to night, tweak lighting, or apply more cinematic color grading, and change aspect ratios for different platforms and exports in 2K or 4K. This is the Pro in Nano Pro. It's basically trying to replace a bunch of the things that you would normally do in Photoshop or Lightroom. And for maybe the most important part is that Nano Pro is not being released on some random dark AI website. It's being released directly inside the Gemini app, so everyone can use it via the Create Image button, inside Google Search's AI mode, inside Notebook LM, so globally for visualizing notes and documents, inside Google Ads, so people can just go create ads and generate images directly inside Google Ads, inside Google Workspaces, so that means Google Docs, Google Slides, etc., inside Google Vids, so that's the new editor that they released, and of course via the Gemini API, Google AI Studio, Anti-Gravity, and Vertex AI. So this is going to get embedded in a ton of other apps on the internet. This is why I said this is going to become the default for corporates, because with Google's reach, this is going to become the default image engine inside the tools the marketing teams, agencies, and clients already use every single day. Not just a niche website that you can expect your clients not to know about. It's right there. By the way, just good to know, every image gets an invisible Scent ID watermark, and Google is embedding C2PA metadata as well for provenance. So free and pro users also get a visible Gemini watermark on the image, but that is removed for ultra users, but the invisible Scent ID mark actually remains. Okay, so what now? People online are already calling this the beginning of the corporate AI slop era. And let's remember just quickly that the first version of Nano helped drive millions of new Gemini users, and it generated over 200 million images in its first month. The Pro version is meant to scale that up even more and make it production grade. So we'll have to see about that, but that's the goal. What does this mean for you if you're a creative or a freelancer? In my opinion, it just means that the baseline just went up again. So your value can just be I make decent social posts, produce render or infographics. That's gone. Google just put like a good enough version of that into every marketing team's toolbox. Like it's right there inside Google Slides. You already know some random dude in your client's team will just click generate inside Google Slides and get something that just looks fine, but they will get it in seconds. Whatever you're selling has to be better than that. And I don't just mean quality, because Nano Pro is already great at filling a layout, translating slogans, remixing references, or even just applying cinematic lighting on command. I keep saying this, but long term, you're not going to win against AI if you're trying to fight on quality. What you can win though is, for example, deciding what the campaign should be about. That is taste. Understanding your client's actual positioning and constraints, knowing which visual will work for which audience on which channel. Or for example, telling a story that ties multiple pieces of content together over time. Those are the parts where you as a human can get better and can have a unique perspective. So your job becomes more creative direction and prompting and editing rather than just creating the thing. What you can do is using these tools to create a bunch of prototypes, new concepts, storyboards, mood boards, ad variants, etc., and do that better than your clients. And you can spend your energy on the idea, the narrative, the sequence, not just fighting pixels inside Photoshop. And now what you're charging for is actually the thinking, the taste, the strategy, and the experience you have, not just the final images. And honestly, if you ignore this new wave of AI tools completely, you're competing against other creators who will lean in and they will use it to generate 20 options in 5 minutes. They will be able to test multiple languages and layouts instantly as well. But if you lean in and learn it, you can show up to calls with 3 full visual directions instead of 1. You can turn your clients' boring spreadsheets into actual visual stories that look good and that are actually useful. You can spend less time on the dirty work, let's say, and more on the part that can't be automated. Again, that is your judgment, your taste, your story, and your relationship with the client, for example. Those are all extremely important things, especially as a freelancer. And while you're busy learning these new tools and doing the actual creative work, you can use Lynn, that's the tool I'm building, to help you find better opportunities and better leads actually worth pitching in a few seconds. Every morning, Lynn sends you a list of curated opportunities it found while searching the internet, as well as within your network and extended networks on X and LinkedIn, so that you can wake up every morning with a great list of curated leads every single morning that are ready to be pitched. All the hours that Lynn saves you on finding the right clients are hours that you can spend perfecting your craft, learning new skills, and actually making your clients happy and working on the creative things you're actually good at. Nano Banana Pro is out. There's nothing we can do about that, and AI is only getting better. Your move now is to become the person who knows what to actually do with it and to build a story and work that a model can't easily generate without you.